important people is here. All the unimportant people like Tony and myself aren't here. We're really a figment of your imagination.
That's right.
Yes.
What an imagination.
No,
All right,
I don't know
Lisa.
what the
Okay. Hey,
heck is
Tony.
going on with
Tony. Lisa's going to help us sing a song. Ready? All right.
Yes.
Okay, Lisa, you're going to rock with
All
that.
right. Lisa's going to sing.
I'm not a singer.
Who cares? Okay, it's gonna go like this. It's gonna go like this. I want to be your lover, baby. I want to be your man. Try that.
I'm not a man though. How does that work?
Well, I hope that wasn't directed at me. Larry, that was not directed at me.
I would never have guessed.
Oh, well, that was a hell of an opening. Well, how's everybody been doing? Hey,
That is a,
only on my channel you're gonna get the freakiest, coolest introductions ever in the world. Yeah.
Very true.
And who knows, I may bring an alien if I can catch one on later. Yeah. So anybody getting new pens?
that's funny.
Well,
I never get new pens. I quit.
You quit.
Yeah. That you're starting to sound like me.
Hi, Deb. Nobody got new pens? Marilyn, you got new pens?
I know
anybody, Bill?
it's really difficult to believe it, but I
How
don't
about Mary?
have any new pens.
Well,
Wow.
see, your question should be, have I acquired any pens? Because the pens I
Yes.
have are not new.
Okay, got any old pens?
I picked up a couple of old pens. I've got I just got my first Parker 51.
Oh,
And
how
I
do you
got
like it?
an old Kaveco Dia, I think it's an 85A.
Nice.
So you finally picked up a vintage 51?
Yeah.
Bill, what took you so long?
Well, to be honest, I had my grandfather's Parker 51 and I sent it off to get it repaired because it needed to have a new sack and everything cleaned on it. And that was 2 years ago, and I have not heard a thing about it. And the person I sent it to won't respond to emails. So I'm going to wait until the next pen show, and I'm going to go talk to him about it.
Oh, you know him?
Oh, yeah.
Man, I think you got burned, buddy.
Well, the guy's always at the shows, so I got a pretty good chance of catching him.
Wow.
Well, if you're looking for a Parker 51, Pierre Gustafson is your guy. He's got like a million of them.
Yeah.
He literally has thousands of fountain pens. I didn't believe him at first. And then he showed me all of the drawer. He has like a whole one of these completely full of fountain pens. It's unbelievable.
Well,
Vintage fountain pens.
He bought an old pen shop.
Yeah, he bought an old pen shop.
Yeah.
And he's the one that sold me my Boinga Boinga.
I know.
Ah.
Yeah, I love this little nib. It's the best.
Bill,
What did you call it?
three of them.
Boinga boinga? What the hell's a boinga? That's what I used to say when I was going out on a date. Are we going to boinga boinga? But I don't know that. I have no idea what that means.
No,
Bouncy.
it's
Boinga boinga?
basically a wet noodle.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that was me. Anyway.
Think about it. It's bouncy.
Okay,
Oh,
that makes
man.
sense. That makes sense. Okay, good enough.
This thing is just
Well, what can always do? Let's sing along with Larry. La 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 la. Okay, all right. So anyway,
Hey,
Bill,
let's say hi to everybody, Larry. Let's say hi to everybody.
you know what, Tony? Your idea started with me.
Well, first of all, I want to say hello to Larry. Larry Baronis is in the house tonight, straight from Fort Worth, Texas. He's on his he's sitting at his desk and he's leading the group here. Then we have Bill P from way down in wherever.
Maryland.
That's right, way up there and wherever. Yeah, that's right.
Way over.
Way over, all the way to hell over on the East Coast. And Lisa from Snailville, Georgia. That's right, Snailville, Georgia. You know, I got to talk to you about that, Lisa. There was a TV show where they did a series from Snellville, and I'll tell you all about that. And Marilyn, all the way from California, fresh off the operating table. You probably did a couple of, internal things today.
Not
And,
today.
Hello.
What?
Right
Not
on.
today.
Not today. Deborah, how you doing, Deborah?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Last time you were going to buy some pens, but you bought a dog instead, I thought. Wasn't that right?
Yeah, I bought a pen also. It's coming next week. So
All right. Well, I can't wait to hear about it. Rosemary, Oldsmar, Florida, correct?
Yes, good evening, everybody.
Good evening,
evening.
Rosemary.
So good to have you here. And Norm from Down Under, how you doing, Norm? Good day.
G'day, how are you all, everybody? Best wishes to all of you. Good to be here. 9:30 in the morning here. So thank you.
It's good to have you, my friend. Good to have you. I haven't responded yet. I'm getting ready to respond to your second letter that you said I didn't get the first one. So I've got to respond to that. Chuck, forgive me. I don't know that I know you. This is the first time we want to welcome you to our little Zoom. Chuck, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I used to work with your son at Price Chopper.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
My son, Anthony.
Yes.
Well, he
I
still
don't know
works
where he
there.
went.
He's still there.
He's still there?
At Smithville, yes, he is.
Oh,
That's
it's
great.
Smithville. This was up in on Woods Chapel in Lee Summit.
Yes, that's right. Well, it's good to have you here. Do you do fountain
Thank you.
pens as well?
I use fountain pens and the other pens, straight
Oh.
point pens. Yeah, I'm still learning.
Wonderful. Well, we appreciate having you here, and I can't wait. My son will be home, and he'll pop in here and say hi to you. Alan,
Okay.
we see your image there, but can you hear us?
I can hear you okay. I'm coming to you live from Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Well, let's have a hand.
From
We
the
got a
Great
Canadian
White
in the
North.
house. We have a maple leaf. Well, by the way, Alan, we appreciate having you all the way. How did you find out about our little Zoom meetup?
On Facebook.
Oh, good.
I'm in Larry's Facebook group.
There you go. There you go.
Well, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Yeah, everybody
All right.
get on my Facebook. Everybody get on my YouTube channel. What you waiting for?
We're all there, Larry. We're already there.
Do it again.
What?
Been there, done that, waiting for the t-shirt.
Well, Chuck is the only one that can attest to this. Today is April the 20th, and we had snow in Kansas City.
Yes.
Believe it or not, we had a big snowstorm, and it's all gone now. It melted right as quick. It was a perfect type of storm.
That's how we like it.
Exactly. So everyone doing well?
As compared to what?
I have
as
to tell
compared to
you.
what? Exactly.
You
Everybody
had
been
you had
vaxxed
your
up?
little snowstorm, and it was 72 degrees here today.
Well,
So
we'll be there. We'll be there again
I'm
someday.
running around in shorts and a t-shirt. So yeah, enjoy your snow.
Okay.
You can have it.
Yes, but it's going to be oppressive heat in another 6 weeks. So we'll be walking around in our t-shirts and shorts, and you'll be hiding on the inside the way we hide
That's
on the inside
right.
when it's cold.
That's right. That's right. Now, you're up in Toronto, Alan, correct? You
Yep.
just said?
Yep, it was 4 degrees here today.
Oh.
Celsius.
Wait. Celsius.
Yeah.
That translates into what?
About 40 degrees.
40. Yeah.
And how are things up in Canada? Are they opening up here in the States?
No, they aren't. Our premier is not doing a good job with getting the vax out. I've had the first shot of Moderna, but now,
Good job.
yeah, now unless they get their act together, I might not get the second one for quite a few months. But it looks like everybody else is going to get Pfizer and AstraZeneca, and then there'll be enough Moderna left for me.
Well, you're supposed to get that shot within 2 weeks, not in 2 months.
Oh no, I'm waiting 4 months.
4 weeks.
No.
It's 4 weeks. That's beginning.
4 weeks.
They
Yeah,
promised it to me
I'm
in
sorry, 4 weeks. Yeah,
August.
4 weeks. Yeah,
Not until August.
yeah. Because we got Moderna as well. So let me tell you.
There are some countries in the world that are waiting 4 months, not 4 weeks.
Yeah, I'm waiting 4 months.
Well, let me tell you the latest that I know what's going on. Let's start off with Magna Carta fountain pens. Been hanging out with Heron a little bit. And right now, the government has locked down India again because the virus is so bad in India. He has to talk to the local government to see if he can get anything out. So, you can, yeah, Tony.
I was gonna say, actually, my friend Dave Burrows from over in England, Penultimate Dave,
Yeah.
he ordered a pen from Heron, and Heron said he's gonna ship it out Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah.
So
So he
apparently,
must have got special permission to get those out.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
correct.
good.
Yeah.
And let's see what else. Talk with Chris from Lockbee Field Notes, and he is coming out, like I said, with the calendar. He's coming out with a new planner. He's coming out with a bunch of new colors as well of Field Notes. He was out of stock of almost everything. He's back in stock of a few things, so that's cool. So they'll be coming out.
Everybody say hi to Randy.
Hi, Randy.
Hi, Randy.
Hi, Randy.
Hey guys, how you doing? Sorry, a little outdoor noise.
It's all right. It looks sunny there. Where are you from, Randy?
Huntsville, Alabama. Remember the Redneck Riviera?
Yes.
Back against the wall, redneck mother. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I can dig it. It's all good, Randy. It's all good, brother. Peace and love. So anyway, that's what's going on. What else? I'll be doing some new paper giveaways soon from the people that are on this channel. So if you want to be in the giveaway, let me know. I'll be reviewing the paper. Today's what, Tuesday? Probably Thursday. And Mr. Knapp, you can announce it.
Hi, Stan.
Hey, Stan.
Hi, everybody.
Right back.
Let me open it up and show you. Go ahead, announcer.
Okay, the sticker on these papers says Perv Prints by Aperva, and it is Ayush paper.
Do you see that label there?
Yeah.
Okay, let me open this one up. And these come from Frank from Federalist Pen. So I'm going to be doing the giveaway. I'm going to buy them from Frank and have Frank send them to the lucky winners. So here's they have a date. The date, they have lined paper, and that's what they look like. Okay, but I'll find out more about this paper when I review it. It's an 8x5, and you get 80 pages, so that's 100 pages. And the paper thickness is going to be 100 G's. Okay, so that's that. And I guess the small one.
So I assume that's fountain pen friendly.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't be showing you nothing that's not fountain pen friendly. Yeah.
You did that one time. What was that? Oh
Moleskin?
my God.
Moleskin?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was I had to show that because remember the ink guy said that it was friendly, but I had the smaller version. He had the larger version. So
I've never found that paper. Have any of you all used Moleskin, paper? I'm not a fan. I don't know whether the rest of you have.
It's not
I
fountain
went
pen
to-
friendly. That's well known.
I went
It's very well
to
known.
Barnes and Noble, spent $20 on a moleskin notebook. I wrote 3 words in it and threw it in the trash.
here's the back of this. If you can see that, I don't know if you can see that well or not.
Yeah.
Okay, and then let's open this jewel up, and it's not good on it. There you go.
All right.
And then it says back here, natural shade paper, no feathering, no bleeding, handles flex nibs well, shows sheen of sheen ink, moderate drying time, minimal show through. That's cool. Both sides are completely usable. It's a dot 5mm. So that's, and it's got 100 GSMs. You got 50 pages, and so that's 100 pages. So I will be reviewing this Thursday. Gonna say
are those pages perforated, Larry? Can you tell? You tear them out?
Yeah, you can tear them out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these you can right out to here. Let me check the other one.
I doubt that.
Now these aren't. Let me check the back. No, but like the big one's only $9, and the small one is $4. So that's not a bad price.
No, that's not bad at all.
But we got to see how it's going to write, and I'm going to use some different kind of nibs. I'm going to put it to the test and check it out. But like I said, it depends on my mood. If I'm in a real loving or icky mood, I'll just give one away. If I'm in a great mood, I might give 3 or 4 of each away. And if I'm berserk, I might just give everybody a giveaway. You never know with me, isn't that right, Tony?
That's just drink some tequila and it'll be a lot of us.
Yeah. So that's the latest here going on. So anybody have any junk news?
I bought a Pilot 78G Plus. I know it's probably a very low-end pen, but I wanted something I could throw some Noodler's ink in that I wouldn't break and be sad about it.
Really? Okay. There's 2 inks I want to get. One is the X Feather Blue, and the other is the Noodler, and I forgot the name of it. It's a new one. Anybody know it?
The new one?
Y'all are real helpful group today. Thanks. So, wow, damn.
I don't know.
1984. That's the new Noodler one.
The blue one? Is it blue ink?
I don't know what color it is. I think it's supposed to be a surprise, and he only made X number of bottles. It's fairly new. It's called 1984. Has anybody heard of it?
No,
I've not heard of it.
Yeah,
no.
I think I've seen the bottle.
I, for one, am not afraid of Noodler's ink. I know a lot of people are. I've never had any issues with any of the Noodler's ink. A couple of the inks I've got, Noodler's, they feather a little bit. That may be the biggest problem I've ever had, but they've never damaged my pens.
Okay, here's what's going on. I ordered this and bought this from Frank. The Esterbrook, yeah, really nice. And he's got one more left like this, and then it's done. I wanted the large, but he didn't have any left, and he did get a hold of Kenro about this. They don't have any more left. So I've got one of the last that he has, and this has the broad nib, and then he has one more left. So that's it for this line.
Thanks, Marilyn, for showing that.
Show it again, Marilyn. I didn't see it. Hurt my feelings.
Oh, look at you got one as well, Rosemary. That's beautiful.
Yeah, got one
What is
too.
it? What is
Love
it?
it. Maraschino cherry.
Oh,
Love
yeah, there you go. Thank you, Marilyn. Yeah, Mary rocks. Mary got love. Yeah, Mary got that love. Yes, girl.
Love it.
A question. I'd like to ask Chuck. You say you're kind of new into the hobby. Is that correct?
That's right, brand new.
Brand new and new in. Have you? What fountain pens have you got at this point? Because it's about any kind of writing, but we do a lot of fountain pen stuff here in this group.
Well, I don't know their brand name. I've only got a couple of them, and I found one I had in 8th grade in a box, and I can't remember where it came from. I think it's Schaefer. It's a big red plastic pen, but I've had it forever and just forgot about it. And when I saw it, I thought, well, I ought to get that out and give those a try. So I did, and at the same time, I went downtown to Crown Center to the pen store there and found a new place to look around. So I've got a lot to learn.
I'll be happy to help you anyway. If you have any questions, since we're in town together, I'll try to help you out. Although I'm not a good influence.
Chuck, where do you live at? Where do you live?
I live
up here in Kansas City.
Mississippi?
No, Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Up here.
I'm going to Kansas City. City, here I come. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got to do that song, Tony. Hell, we got to rock, baby, before I die.
I'm telling you.
So anyway, Chuck, what I want to do for you, if you can send me your full address to my Gmail account, which is
LarryB0711 @gmail.com.
I'm going to send you a few pins. I'm going to send you, what nib sizes are you into, or do you know what nib sizes you're into?
What now?
What size nibs are you into?
I'm just trying them all out so I
Okay.
can find one.
I'm going to send you 3 or 4 pins with some different size nibs, and then see what you think of them. Keep them, do what you want, and it'll start you off. I'm
Thank
making
you.
10. I don't know.
That's very generous. I appreciate that. That was Larry0711 @gmail.com.
Larry B, initial B, 0711.
Larry B. Okay. 0711.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Larry.
You're welcome. Now for Tony, I'm not going to send him nothing.
Send me the grief. That's right. Yeah. So I got a question for the group here. You know, I really love stationery. Lisa can attest. I ordered 4,000 sheets of Tomoe River. I'm always looking for stationery. I love stationery, but most of the time, whenever new paper comes out, it's always notebooks. And I've got more notebooks than I know what to do with. I don't ever use them. I've got my journaling notebooks. The only notebooks I use are these. They're the 7 C's. You know the.
Yeah, right. They're good notebooks.
Great. They're Tomoe River. I use those for my journal and all that. But you know, after a couple, I don't have really a use. I don't know what else to do with journals. So you know, but I'd like to find out if some of these companies make stationery that correspond with the paper that's in their journals, but they don't. It seems like it's a rarity.
Yeah.
You
The
know,
only one that I know that has anything like that is that leather company. What's it called? Galen Leather
Galen.
makes
Galen Leather. Yeah.
makes a specific thing for their books.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like the stationery to write letters with, I'm referring to. You know, Rosemary's one of my pen pals. Lisa is as well. Norm, you know, and Larry. I use primarily. Well, you never offered up your address, so I'm gonna have to send it in the chat. I'll write you. But you know, I like to mix it up, and I like Crown Mill, and I like that G. Lalo paper, even though it's kind of odd. It's got the laid thing on it, and so there's a bunch, but I'm always looking for. Sometimes I find them at thrift stores. I don't. Do any of you ever go into thrift stores looking for stuff that goes?
Yes, I do.
I do.
I really need to go to the one near my house. It's just up the street, and I just haven't been out that far.
I found some pretty good things there.
I found some paper on eBay. If you kind of like search for like vintage crane paper, they have some nice stationery sets. Crane.
Yeah.
I bought some a while back, and I also then bought envelopes separately because this one that I got didn't have envelopes, and another seller I bought from had the sheets and the envelopes. But when I got the envelopes separate, they were just gorgeous envelopes, such beautiful paper. Another good place that you can look for that it's not vintage, but it's called Peter Pauper Press. I bought some stationery just recently from them.
Peter Pauper Press?
Yes, and they are fountain pen friendly. And
They do notebooks and paper.
Yes,
So
they
that
do.
would be one of your companies.
Yes, it's a small company. I guess it was founded back in the 20s, and now I think it's in the second or third generation is taking it over. And they make some nice, you know, if you want a nice, like, quote unquote stationery, what was like popular in the 60s and 70s, people used to actually write letters. So Peter Pauper Press, check them out.
Hey, does anybody use legal pads that they need fountain pen friendly?
I haven't found any yet. I have a bunch of legal pads, but they're not fountain pen friendly.
Yeah, there's one that you can use. I use a lot of them at work. I get tired of not being able to use fountain pens, so I got the stuff. But if you use Office Depot at the professional version, but it's got to be the narrow ruled. If you get anything else, it's not. But somebody else, we had a local here, and the guy, he went and bought it, and it's very fountain pen friendly. It was cheap.
Really?
The one I use, the big one, would be the Rhodium.
Oh yeah,
The big
yeah,
one.
Rhodium's good.
But a lot of difference in price if you're tearing them up and using them for work.
Yeah,
Right.
I like Clairefontaine
this is
myself.
$9. $9, man, for how many you gonna get here? I don't know what, 80 sheets. I don't know. You get quite a bit. 80 sheets. And for $9, yeah, that's cool.
I really like the CVS Caliber notebook paper. That's the only kind that I use nowadays.
Marilyn, tell them about the paper that you recommended, and I've been using that religiously, and she's 100% right. It's a really, really awesome paper. Yeah.
CVS Caliber notebook paper. This stuff you can buy at CVS Pharmacy, $3 for like a giant ream of this stuff, and it's basically like Tomoe River, but with lines on it.
Yeah. Where's it from?
It's CVS Caliber notebook paper. It's from
Vietnam.
It's from Vietnam.
Yeah,
Vietnam.
This stuff is
We were
amazing.
using some from Indonesia a while back that was really fountain pen friendly. And I was buying it at the dollar store up here. Studio brand.
Wow.
I wanted to note these envelopes that I found at the 99-cent store. It came in a brown paper thing. These are really good too. I haven't had any bleeding problems, and they were only $1. But it doesn't say where they're from. This is Laguna Hills. Made in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Where'd you find him?
There's a mill there that makes amazing paper.
99-cent store.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Does that doesn't have the windows in it, does it? There's a lot of those that you can have the windows in it.
No.
Wow. Yeah, I go through a lot of those A10 envelopes, but I buy that Southworth. I don't know if you're familiar with that brand. It's a professional brand that's got the ivory. Yeah, I'm not a snob when it comes to envelopes, but I really, because I use that's the only thing I use my dip nib on as
Right.
you all can,
Yeah, I use lately I've been using the Noodler's Conrad, and it's one of the wettest pens that I have, and I haven't had any problems with these. And like I've tried Clairefontaine, I've tried the this really expensive brand because a friend asked me to do envelopes for her, and I spent hours and hours and hours doing envelopes with this ink that she wanted, and it was like bleeding everywhere, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I'm not buying this again. We're gonna go with the 99-cent store stuff because it's better. Alexa, stop. Sorry. So I mean, it doesn't matter how much you spend on your products. If they don't work, they're not worth the money.
Right. Hey, I think inquiring minds want to know one thing, Lisa Saavedra.
What?
Has G made your pen yet?
Yes. He made it back in February.
Well, we've not seen it. I mean, I have not seen that. You didn't write that in your last letter.
Actually, I have it right here.
Oh, let's have a look. Whoa. Hold that up to that. Oh, her husband, by the way, G, if you're not all familiar, her husband is a pen maker. His name is G. Pens by G and Nibs by me. That's the company.
Not quite, but yeah.
Well, you need to tell D by me or G's by me to get in touch with Yo. And I can bring him on my Yo show, and we can do the
That's
D.
right. Oh,
Well, I can holler for him. He's right behind me.
G!
Come on, G, get in the picture.
Get on up, G! G-Man!
Actually, I have a pen that G made in Ebonite. That's my only Ebonite pen. Hi,
Hey,
G.
G, what is up, my brother? Don't be bashful. I'm the man
How
you
y'all
need to
doing?
see. Come Zoom with me sometime. I'll make you a star.
I'm already a star.
Oh, you make a
Don't
bigger
worry,
star.
I'm already
You'll be a bigger
Okay.
star. You'll be out in the sky.
You know what he told Mark the other day?
What?
He was like, I had said something about the fact that he doesn't make enough pins. And he turned around to Mark and he looked him dead in the eye and he said, I had to stop while I was on top. I'm like, are you serious? You've only made like 4 pins.
Ah!
That's it. That's all right. Hey, G, if you listen to Colonel Parker over there, he'll make you a star. I promise you'll be on the circuit.
All right.
Oh, woo! He got some ebonite that he hasn't messed with yet. And oh my goodness, Tony, it's even better than the stuff you have.
Oh, really? Really? Does it smell like burning rubber in your house now? If you were...
It probably will if he ever
Yeah.
gets out there and does anything with it. Right now, it's just in a rod, so it doesn't smell like anything.
That's funny.
That's right
wild.
now. Wait till it really gets heavy with pins. Yep.
Exactly. I have to get a moment of clairvoyance to go out there and make one. You know, it is some Nico ebonite though, Tony. So
Oh, really? What is it? What color is it?
Got some orange, some like the blue green. What else did I get? I don't remember. Oh, I got one that you might like.
The wood grain.
I can't tell you that one, but you might like it. And then a couple of black rods.
Wow, that's awesome.
This one here is an ebonite pen right here. And Jim Hines made this for me to my specifications to the letter. Love it. Awesome fountain pen right there.
Well, the one that G made for me and graciously let me try out and gift me was it is absolutely perfect. It's comfortable in the hand, and you did a great job on that, G.
Thank you.
Thank you. You really did. Yeah. That's all. You ought to marry that guy, Lisa.
Maybe one day. I don't know. I'm not.
Hey, Lisa, if you marry him, I'll send you a personal Christmas gift for you. You know what it'd be? A gallon of ink.
Yeah,
There you go.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like I need any more.
Then I'll send your husband some ebonite fee so he can make stuff out of. There you go.
There you go.
I've got one question, G. Now you got Lisa that beautiful Omos 360 Wild.
Yes.
And I wonder if you did that just because you wanted her to stop hounding you about making her a pen.
I wanted to show they have other skills too. I can find pens at a very good price.
That was a steal. By the way, show that pen because if it's right there available, I want everyone to see this pen because I don't know about the rest of you, but I love this celluloid. That wild celluloid from Omos, if you're not familiar with it, is absolutely stunning, and it's probably my favorite, as much or more than the Arco that they have. You know, the Arco Brown. Everybody covets that Arco Brown. And I have a couple which are beautiful, but I love this wild celluloid. It is black with the ivory, veins and such. It's beautiful. Yeah. By the way, I do have a new pen coming. Oh, here it is. Look at this. Isn't this just absolutely?
Yeah.
Wow.
That is a beautiful pen.
That's fantastic.
It is. I love it.
Yep.
You know what, Tony, though? You'll probably be mad at me. I had Mark move the nib because it was too big for me to hold the way it's.
Oh, yeah.
So
there's nothing to be mad about. That's awesome. If it works, that's great. As long as it
did.
works.
You know what? It took a lot of finding out whether we could do it without messing up the pen or not. But once we finally did, Mark was like, "Are you sure?" Because again, G goes walking up in there and I'm like, "Mark, if we could make this an oblique, it would work better for me." And G is like, "Mark, if you grind that pen, I will kill you." And I'm like, "It's my pen." And he's like, "If you mess that pen up, I want a divorce."
That's pressure. That is pressure. By the way, folks, for those of you that do not know, Lisa's referring to Mark Backus, who is a Nibmeister in North Carolina, right? No, in Georgia. Georgia. Georgia.
I was going to say I have a long commute. If that
it's already a long commute. He's a long commute, but yeah, Mark Backus, and he does fantastic work, by the way, on grinding. I don't know about you folks up in Canada, Alan, who you use up there, but he does a great job.
I have a friend from the local group who does the work for us.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I have a course of italic that he did for me, Mark Backus. So, yeah.
Yep.
Now, Lisa, are you the one that works with Mark or not?
Yeah.
So you do nib, don't you?
Yes and no. It's something that I mess around with, but more than anything, I control the chaos that is him. That's pretty much it.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, because you said he's backed up right now, is he not?
yeah, he's about June is where he's at now. So, you know, and it'll just progressively get worse as the year goes on, but that's what I'm there for, to crack the whip.
I am interested because I think to myself, how many nibs could Nibmeister work on, and is there that much demand for people that want their nibs ground or tuned or whatever? And apparently it's not whether it's lucrative or not, I don't know, but there's enough business there.
Yeah,
there's enough business there.
I mean, Mark does it full time and supports himself and his wife. So,
yeah,
I mean, yeah, there's more than enough business there. Honestly, we try to send people to other people just so, you know, spread it around, share the wealth kind of thing. And even then, I mean, he still can't get under 2 months of a backlog. So
that's awesome.
That is
okay.
awesome.
So when is the first pin show starting up? I know Frank has one. When, in June?
I think, yes.
I know that the St. Louis. Take care, G.
See you later.
Bye.
The St. Louis Pen Show will be a virtual pen show they're going to have it the whole month of June. On every weekend, they're going to have different vendors where you can go in and they're going to show all their stuff. So it's not going to be in person, but they're going to spread it out so you have a chance to look at everyone really well. They're going to have classes on there. It's going to be pretty interesting, that the St. Louis Pen Show. But the first live pen show, I believe, is going to be sometime the end of July, is what I'm thinking.
That would
Yes,
be
it's
DC.
gonna be DC show, yeah.
Yeah, DC, or that might be 1st of August, first part of August, right there. The DC
August
Pen
4th
Show.
to 8th. Yeah, August
There you go. Yeah.
Not sure, but I believe there's one in July. This time they're going to do it in Miami.
Oh yes, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
Miami.
Oh,
And and they're also doing Triangle, which is North Carolina. I want to say that one's in August, but I'm not sure.
And then
It's,
Dallas has theirs in end of September.
Have they confirmed that yet?
Yeah, that's what
Larry?
I've heard. I talked to, I don't know, was it Anderson? I forgot, but they said it was on.
Right.
But they don't know how many people they're going to allow in at one time. That's another thing as well.
Right. Right. I think it's going to be a touch and go as we go on. I mean, after the first few, I think they'll know what's going to work and what's not. But I'm assuming that everyone will have to be masked up, and I can't imagine touching the pens. Okay, and then you're going to take them out. You're going to clean each pen. That's going to be the tough part.
They're removing that kind of requirement now.
Okay.
Yeah, they're saying it's not a touch thing. You don't have to start cleaning everything anymore. Yeah, that just came out in today's news. Don't worry about touching stuff anymore.
right.
It's more about breathing on each other.
Yeah, breathing on people.
Well, I've been a physician for 14 years, and I can tell you that if you breathe on something and someone touches it and puts it in their mouth, you're probably going to get it. So err on the side of caution, don't touch things. At least until next year.
Well,
Gotcha.
I've so far so good. I'm touching things, but I don't. I'll be careful not to touch. I'll be careful not to touch things that have been breathed on.
Wow.
I'm pretty lonely up here, so I haven't touched anything in a while.
I understand that feeling.
Don't give me the easy ones.
Hey,
they're just too easy to hit. That was
Yeah,
a
I know.
line drive to like.
Well, I've got
shortstop.
so bad. It's been so long for me. I've been a single guy. I shaved one of my legs so I could feel like I was sleeping with a woman.
Oh God!
I'm
that's a
just
bad
kidding.
one.
That's
That
a
is
joke.
bad.
It's just a joke. Anyway,
I'm mortified.
this is not being recorded. I pray.
Yeah, it is.
It is being recorded.
It's all
You
right.
fix the thing. You
So
fix
now the
thing,
truth is out
you.
there, Tony.
Let's see if we can top each other in bad jokes.
I don't know. I don't
Hey,
know.
Tony, they're either going to love our Zoom or not. Who cares?
That's true. That's very
We're here
true.
to have a good time, get loose. Hey,
Well,
And that's
hey, Deb,
love.
I agree with you, Larry. Deborah, you said you did buy a pen, so let's hear about that pen along with the dog.
I didn't get it yet. I just got an email today that it's being delivered. I'm finally getting my 149 calligraphy pen.
Your 149 what?
Calligraphy.
Oh, yeah, with that nib on it. Yeah.
Yep. I ordered it about a month ago and they said it's coming in, it's coming in, it's coming in, and it finally came in and it's on its way to me.
Awesome.
Hey.
Awesome. I've heard I've not heard one negative report or a review on that flex nib on that Mont Blanc. Everyone said it's great.
Yeah, I can't wait to get it. Now, if I can just get my hand out of the splint, I'll be fine.
Oh boy. That's got to be tough.
Yeah. I work around it, and I've learned to use my left hand. So
to write with?
Yeah, I've been writing with my left hand.
Wow. That's
and
awesome.
been busy with the dog, so been keeping me busy.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah. Anyone else got it? Anyone else bought any or have incoming new pens? Norm does.
Yeah, I bargain of the century, guys. Parker 51, $6.50 US.
No way.
Actually, while I'm talking Parker 51s, I heard a while ago that vintage Parker 51s sometimes had a steel nib. Now, I thought they were all gold. Does anybody have any information to tell me about whether they were available in steel nibs or not? Because I thought they were all
Well,
gold.
if you talk to Pierre Gustafson on YouTube, he'd be the one to know. Because he has like 1 million of them.
Thank you.
But I know that they do come in steel nibs because he sent me a couple about a month ago, and I played with them a little bit. And he sent me a gold one, a gold nibbed one, and they're so different because not in the way that they feel like writing or anything, but like in the widths of the line variation between each of them. I mean, he gave me one, and the line was so broad. I was like, what is up with this? And then he gave me another one, and the line was super itty bitty. So, I mean, it just really depends on who had it before and what they did to the nib, or if it was a broad or a fine.
I think Nori and I have 2 gold nibs and 2 steel nibs, or it could be 3 gold nibs and 2 steel nibs on the Parker 51.
So the question is, how do you know if it's steel or gold? Are they marked?
They're colored.
Good question. The seller, the description of the pen and everything, it's going to tell you if it's gold or not. And then when you do the research and look up, there's a place that have all the Parker pens. It's going to tell you the year and if the nib is a steel or gold nib and how many were made. It gives all this information. I forgot what site that was at.
The only actual way to tell if it's gold or not is to pull.
And this guy's a reliable, honest seller. You know, he's on the real side.
Because gold can either be
I have them in my pen case. I don't have them
silver
here.
color or not.
Right. Gold can be a white. It can be look like it's steel.
Right.
In the color.
So the only way to tell is to go to a gold person and have them do the scratch test and see if it's gold or not.
Use a magnet.
A magnet, yeah.
Gold will not attract, to the magnet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Interesting. Wow, Rosemary, have you gotten anything new?
No.
Nothing.
Sorry, nothing.
That's all right. No apologies necessary. I will say this. I got a new one, a couple new ones. They're not here yet, but if you're on Instagram and happen to notice that Coles of London has a young lady on there that always demonstrates the new pens coming out. Her name is Susan. She's this is the new whatever. She's the next video that's coming out. It will be my pen because I called her up and said I've got to have a specific. I want to see what you have in stock because I don't like the design on the new Visconti Magnifico. In black, it's got the vein has to be so. She went through and sent me some pictures, and I told her which one I wanted. She said that's the one I was going to use for the video because it's the nicest one. I said, go put my name on it, do the video, and then send it to me. So, yeah, that one's coming. That one's coming.
I have something new coming, but it's not a pen. It's a stamp for wax seals.
Oh, yeah.
We made a custom. Do any of you use those? Oh, nice.
Nice. Oh, yeah, that's nice, Marilyn.
Yeah, but
I'm
one. I think, Tony, you're gonna like it. I designed it myself, and I had someone else to draw. I can't draw. Basically, a guy like putting away his coat, and there's the letters DOM or on his chest, meaning dirty old man.
Oh, wow. You designed that?
Yeah, I came up with an idea. Yeah, I have someone else to draw because I can't draw.
Yeah.
And then I sent it to the company, and they're making it right now. Hopefully by the end of the week.
So I tell you how I do this. I put a little bit of silicone grease on the end of it, and then I use a hot glue gun.
Yeah, yeah.
I put the hot glue gun, and then I put the stamp on it, and then I just leave it there for like a minute, and then when I peel it off, it really helps if you have some sort of barrier between the metal and the thing, because sometimes you'll have wax. I've tried wax. I've tried 3 different types of wax. One was like a rubbery wax, one was like wax, and the other was like a mixture. And the one that was a mixture was the best, but it was very expensive. It was like $1 a stick, which was crazy. But
Marilyn, a question for you. Using that in that hot glue gun, I've thought about that. You know, you put the stick in the hot glue gun, but doesn't that when you're done with that and take it out, how much residue is at the end of it? Is it left over?
That's why I'm saying I put a little bit of silicone grease.
No, I'm talking about on the glue gun, not on the stamp.
Well, I don't use. I just use regular. I'll show you that. I went to the Dollar Tree and I found these, and I thought that they looked really cool because I thought maybe I could use them for Christmas or whatever. They're like sparkly.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're sparkly glue sticks, and I stick those in there and use that.
Oh, they're glue sticks. They're not wax.
Glue sticks, yeah.
That's why you have to put. That's why you have to put the barrier. I was gonna say because normal wax seals you don't have to put a barrier down. I never.
You can use it with a wax seal because you can't use the wax in the glue gun.
That's what I was asking.
Special type of glue gun, a special type of wax gun, because otherwise I don't know what would happen.
I don't know. I've always wanted to do that.
But yeah, I've used these Dollar Tree. I mean,
nice.
And I got the gun for $1 and the sticks for $1. Best deal ever.
Do any of you do a lot of wax seals? Larry, you guys all do any wax seals on your letters? I have done them in the past, and I'm always afraid they're going to get caught up in the machine. But
well, I put them at the end of the letter, and then I put the letter inside of the.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can ask for hand
canceling.
Yeah, hand handling, or I usually put do this when I send a present, so I put it on the envelope in the box on which I put a wax seal. That way I know it will come in one piece.
That's the other reason that I use the glue stick instead of the wax, because sometimes the wax won't stick to the paper and it'll rip off.
Yeah, all I know is if you take it to the post office and they put that extra stamp on there, and then I say hand cancel or hand handle it or whatever, non-machinable, they'll stamp it with the big red stamp non-machinable on there. Like come on, I don't want that on my envelope.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It has to be 1/4 of an inch, less than 1/4 of an inch thick.
Yeah.
If it's any more than that, it won't be able to go through the machine.
Right. Wow.
Well, Tony, I put stamps on mine, so do they make it?
No, you do. No, they all make it really fine. That's because it's you.
Oh, okay. And I don't have them hand canceled or anything. I stick them in my mailbox. I'm like, if they get there, they get there. If they don't, I don't care.
What do you digitize your letters before you send them?
I do.
So you have a backup of every page that you write? Really?
And that I do the same thing. Like, okay, I write
Like
you a
Dave
letter.
does.
I write you a letter. I scan your letter. I scan my response, and then that's that. And since your envelopes are usually ridiculous, I keep your envelopes. But
Oh,
I usually get rid of your letters because I have the electronic copy.
Right.
So. Because
keep
otherwise
everything.
I would just be up to my neck. I'm up to my neck in pens. I'm up to my neck in ink. And then I'd be up to my neck. Oh, I'm up to my neck in paper too. Let's not even try to pretend like I'm not. So, just what I need. I'm becoming like a fire hazard. That's pretty much what it boils down to.
Yeah.
You're asking about what new pens, and the sad thing is I've gotten a lot of new stuff and I just don't even know what it is. But I can tell you that I'm getting an ASC this week, so that should be interesting.
You're hanging out with Manu again. Okay, great.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to tell you this story.
Well, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And he's partnered, by the way, ASC is Armando Simone Club, and it's Manu, Emmanuel Catadroni, I think his name is, and he is now partnered up with John Modishaw, which is not a competitor to Mark, if I'm not mistaken.
And that's what's funny, because we get all their repairs.
Oh.
So if you've got, if you're working with Modishaw, why are you sending us all the pens?
Right.
It makes no sense.
I've never had John do any work. Have you, Larry? You know who John Modishaw is?
Yeah, not a one. No.
It's
I got a question. I need some info from the group. It's an important one. And I believe it's from Alan. Alan is looking for a replacement barrel for an older model Lamy 2000 with has the striped threads on it on the barrel, and he wants to match up a modern one, but the thread sizes are different.
I already tried to do that once, and it didn't match up properly. So I need to get an older barrel from an older model Lamy 2000.
Have you reached out to Lamy?
I did. They don't have one.
Oh, wow.
They wouldn't have made one.
Well, who's the guy at the pen shows? Crazy Larry? Is anyone familiar with Crazy Larry? Not you, Larry.
No.
Crazy.
No, I know. Yeah, I know Crazy Larry. Yeah.
He's got a lot of that old stuff and parts.
Okay.
I don't know. Frank knows who he is. That's who Alan needs to talk to, Frank. He needs to talk to Frank because Frank could probably hook him up.
Frank who?
From Federalist Pens.
Frank from Federalist Pens. Okay. Make something to do tomorrow.
Yep. Give Frank a call and tell him that we sent you.
Every time I talk about new pens to Pierre Gustafson, he thinks I'm talking like from the moon. He has no idea. He's like, I'm all about the vintage. I know all about these vintage things. But I tried to talk to him about a Jinhao 992, and he's like, what is that? Like,
well, wouldn't you agree that most people in this hobby are either vintage or modern? There are a few people that enjoy both equally, but I got a feeling that most people are way more heavily on one side or the other. I know how I am. I know that a few others are really into vintage, and there's nothing wrong with vintage because they've been around for all these years. They're great pens. There's a reason they've been around for almost 100 years, some of these pens. But my preference for modern pens has to do with filling systems and size. That's pretty much why I choose modern pens. That's really the only reason. It isn't about, the flexibility of a nib. I know a lot of people, oh, well, the old ones flex really not, but I don't write flexi. I don't do flexi writing. So it doesn't, well, no, I don't. Not with my fountain pens, Marilyn, I don't. None of my fountain pens. I refuse to flex them.
Really?
But yeah, I would never flex under my fountain pens. But and I know that they're some of them are made to be able to flex a little bit. But anyway, that's just me. But
you should talk to Pierre Gustafson and get you a Boinga Boinga, because you would totally change your mind. I'm telling you.
Boinga, that just sounds nasty. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Either that or get you an Ackerman pump pen with a dip nib. This is my Zebra G pump pen.
Oh yeah,
A Zebra G in there.
What kind of pen is that? Is it Ackerman?
Ackerman pump pen. ACKERMAN.
Okay.
It has a little bladder here on the side. You push it, and it creates like a blob of ink on the end, so that way you have like constant flow.
Do you have to constantly push the button, Marilyn?
I just push it once to get it started.
Okay. Okay.
Awesome. This is like the best $50 I ever spent right here.
And you can put a Zebra G in it.
Ackerman makes all kinds. They make one with a rose, and they do the Nico G, and they have a whole bunch of dip nib, and for the ones who really like the flex, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You like the flex.
Yeah.
What kind of dip nibs do you use?
I use a Hunt 101, and I use the Zebra G nibs, Nico Gs.
I've been getting into the
that's it.
The Hunt 101s as of late, because when I first got this nib, I got it almost 2 years ago. I've been using the same nib for almost 2 years.
That's amazing. Yeah, that is unheard of. Yeah, it really is.
I take really, really good care of it, and
they generally don't last that long because they'll either corrode or the rust, because there's no coating on them.
The craziest thing, I have been using Noodler's X Feather in the Ackerman pump pen for almost 4 months, 20 days, and it's like brand new. It's like I never used it.
So now for those that like the Zebra G nib, Flexible Nib Factory makes a unit that you can put in a Bach or a Yovo pen, in any pen that takes a size 6, and it's actually made for a Zebra G nib.
Come on, really?
Yeah, I've got one in there.
Ebonite feed.
Yeah, they make Ebonite plastic for and Yovo, Bach, and few other pens, sizes.
I've been looking.
They do a lot of stuff. You can get Ebonite feeds for any of your pens, for Yovo, for Bach, any of them. Mark buys stuff from them constantly and keeps them on hand. So I have my share of stuff from them.
I was trying to put my Falcon nib in a Yovo housing type of thing, so I could use. Because sometimes the ink is weird with certain pens and comes out too much. So maybe different type of a housing might make it better. But they also do pilot nibs too.
Larry, have you gotten anything new?
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't tell you the pens in the paper.
Okay. Because you always got. I can't remember a day I didn't turn on YouTube and you got a mail call. Every day, mail call. I mean, my gosh, here comes Larry opening another package. Bill?
I hear.
Oh, you're on mute, Bill. You're muted, Bill.
All right. I didn't do it intentionally. It was working before. Has something happened to the Mr. Announcer website? Because I can't seem to get to it.
Are you trying mrannouncer.info?
I think it's the .info I've been missing. Thanks.
I'll put that link in the chat for you. There you go.
like nobody ever pays attention to it. So,
I do.
oh, wow. Good.
For you, Chuck and Alan, since you're kind of new to this Zoom meetup, Mr. Announcer happens to be the brain center of the Larry's pens.
What? That's some BS.
No, it's not.
BS. Crap.
Mean it that way. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I'm gonna like zap you. Hell. Don't get me started. Want to be pin guy? All that crap.
If you send me $5 on PayPal, I'll mute him permanently.
Oh, no problem.
No, all I'm trying to say is that we appreciate Mr. Announcer because he's over there. He's his right hand man. How's that, Larry? He's your right hand man.
Mm. That's okay. I know where he keeps his pens.
Oh,
at least I don't buy junk pens.
You like my Moon Man?
Yeah, that's right.
Do you like all his Celtic pens? Didn't you like all those Celtic pens?
Yeah, kind of.
It's a pen. It writes. If you enjoy it, use it.
Right. That's right. That's absolutely right.
It's so right, Tony. Remember that.
I'm going to remember that.
Yeah, I'm going to catch your butt later. Yeah, yeah. We got some bones to deal with, brother.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, you threw me out, man. You threw me out to the wolves.
No.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
You're the man. You're the bug. You're the pen bug.
I'm a piece of meat. That's right. And I hope your next gig's a flop. There, how you like that?
That's cold.
And I hope you get your new pen and it's bent. How you like that?
Hey, I'll probably do the bending. Don't worry about how it was bending.
Speaking of, where's your nib?
Oh, they're still in the box. I've got to put them in a case and send them to you. I'm sending them right to you, Lisa.
Oh, okay.
Lisa, what is he going to do for them?
I got a couple, some that I damaged. So I got to send them up to her and
that's why I was asking you, Lisa. There's one pen I want to send you, and I'll talk about it later. Can I send it to you?
Yeah, go
Please.
ahead. You can get my information from Tony.
I'll give it to you, Larry.
All right, but you only want Lisa to do it. I don't want anybody else.
Oh my gosh!
I don't think you know what you're asking for, but okay.
Don't ruin it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be like, Mark, can you fix this? I messed it up.
No, all you can say is, look, all you can say is send me a video and go, Larry, your pen. Oops, accident. That's it.
Yeah.
Send it back.
Oh my gosh, I would die.
I won't get mad. I just have to get
say it's not like he has drawers full of the things, you know.
A pen's a pen.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a YouTube reviewer called Steph Grand Mia. I don't know, he's from over in England, and he did a video one time because someone was giving him grief about how he values pens or whatever and everything, and he's walking by alongside a pond and he's talking about pens, and he basically said it's just a pen, and he throws just a pen and he throws it in the lake. He said, don't make it any more than what it is. It's just a pen.
Yeah.
So don't get hung up on it.
We're almost going to be leaving here, but let me add this real quick. And for some reason, I keep getting emails about this question, and I've answered them over and over again. People have been asking me because this is what they've heard, and what they've heard is the wrong answers to the question, and I will stand behind this. They're saying that their handwriting is sloppy and they use a Lamy or whatever they're using. So if they buy a $500 pen or $1,000 pen, it's not going to make their handwriting better. And the information they got, they said, definitely so. I said, you can believe who you want. It's not going to help your writing whatsoever. I don't care how much money you spend on the pen. That is not going to resolve the problem. Only you can.
Right. You're absolutely right, Larry.
All about you. Yep.
I will say this, that the fountain pens have, how it improved my handwriting is it made me want to write more.
Well, your
and it made me
handwriting's awesome.
practice. It just made you write more, but it did not improve. It itself didn't improve the handwriting, but it made you want to write more, which in consistency and all that. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
absolutely right.
And the more you write, the better you get, because like
Right.
anything else, practice
Right.
makes. That's
Practice
what.
makes-
It is.
Or in my case, the worse you get.
No, not at all. Practice makes
Mary, you
permanent.
have excellent handwriting. Your handwriting is excellent.
Oh, honey, let me show you this. Oh, you wouldn't even believe some of the stuff that I write down. I mean, it's absolutely garbage.
It's
No,
legible.
it's not. No, it's not.
It's really bad.
Let me get
But-
It's legible.
But then I stop and I slow down and I write things like this, and it
Nice.
comes out very nice.
I'd be happy with that.
So
That's good. That looks good, Marilyn. Don't.
If I
don't-
can do it, you can do it. And all you gotta do is go over to my channel and take the introduction to calligraphy, and
Marilyn, I
you'll
can barely write with
understand.
Marilyn, I can barely write with a crayon.
Oh, come on. You're writing oh gosh.
I just signed up. I just signed up for the IAMPITH conference. If you're not familiar with IAMPITH, it's a handwriting teaching thing, and in August I'll be spending a week up in Omaha, just taking classes on how to write. You know.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Well,
I get-
Tony, for real, I don't understand where you're coming from. For real. You're
For real.
Writing, I mean, your writing is excellent.
Well,
Is it brain dysfunction?
No. I just want to learn what I'm doing right, and when I make lots of mistakes, and I just want to. It's just something I want to do, you know. It's something I like doing, you know.
Cool.
But I could have bought a nice pen with what I'm paying to go to this convention.
I bet.
But I'm going to study with Jake Weidman. You know Jake Weidman, who he is?
Weidman.
All right. Well, I'm going to say his name wrong all the time anyway. But
Yeah,
Jake
the best
Weidman and
is
Michael
wonderful.
Soul, Michael Ward. I'm taking Michael Ward's class.
Yeah, he'll be on later tonight at 9 o'clock if you're all
Yep.
over. Mr.
Yep.
MG Ward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, folks, it's a little past 7:30, so I'm going to have to shut down, get medicines. But hey, really, guys, I appreciate y'all being here, okay? And Lisa, it's going to be coming to you soon.
That's fine.
There you go.
Don't charge me no $1,000 now.
And can we thank Chuck and Alan for stopping in, and we hope that you'll
Thanks for
jump on the next
welcoming
time.
me
Thank
to
you. I'll be back.
your happy little group.
Welcome.
And Chuck and Alan, well, I hope you come back. I hope everybody comes back. And
Yeah.
Rosemary, everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sent you my email and my ground address just so that you have them on file.
Super.
I did the same thing, Larry.
Okay. I'm going to be stopping right here, right?
If you made it this far, you will see that we got our replacement dash came in and it works. And here's a guy who decided he didn't want to be in the intersection when the other cars started coming.